Excessively high smoking rates used to be one of Japan's major public health dangers and a severe headache for health professionals. Often linked to hard work and manhood, smoking in Japan reached record levels in the 1960s, with almost half of the population being smokers, especially men. Although smoking rates remained relatively high despite the hardening series of measures and policy decisions, mainly at a local administration level, especially from 2000 onwards. Euractiv visited Tokyo to find out what the game changer was for this change, in a country that represents one of the world's largest tobacco markets and highest population density. Unlike Europe, Japan introduced stricter smoking restrictions, targeting first outdoor then indoor spaces. The high population density and the Japanese legendary concern for not bothering and respecting their fellow citizens explains why just the smell of a cigarette on a crowded pavement quickly became a distant memory. Many municipalities in the Tokyo region introduced a ban on smoking outdoors. Breaking the law could bring a fine of up to almost €125. A walk nowadays in the streets of Tokyo can demonstrate the results. No one holds a cigarette or uses a novel tobacco product, and you can't see any cigarette butts on the floor. Smoking or consuming novel tobacco products is allowed only in specific designated areas of the city. Another element was the entry of novel tobacco products, especially heated tobacco, into the Japanese market almost 10 years ago. At that time, Japan became the first country where heated tobacco products became available to adult smokers. The new product segment took off quickly with products sold by all three tobacco giants: Philip Morris International, Japan Tobacco International, and British American Tobacco. Analysts estimate that a strict anti-smoking law combined with a switch to heated tobacco resulted in significantly reduced smoking rates, from 28% in 2002 to 17% in 2019, and the figures keep falling. According to the Tobacco Institute of Japan, an industry body, the heat not burn category now represents over 35% of the total tobacco market, with a rising trend. The rapid transition to novel tobacco products is also related to Japanese societal factors. One crucial element is respect for others. Euractiv met with scientists and doctors in Japan to find out how they perceive these new products and what their impact is on public health.
これがですね、日本人はすごく気にしてまして、自分のタバコが他の人に影響してはいけないというですね、こういう気持ちがとても強い民族です。その意味で、このカレンチタバコというのは、副流煙が出ない。それから出てもほとんど少ないというですね、こういう特徴がありますので、受動喫煙を起こしにくいというですね、特徴があって、多分そういった気持ちで吸われる方が多いんだと思います。少なくとも私が接している大学生の場合、やっぱり喫煙率というのはものすごく減ってきてます。今、タバコそのものを吸う人、スモーカーがすごく減っています。ですから、その人たちがやはりですね、カレンチタバコに切り替わっているという現状はありますけども、全体的な数はですね、急速に減っています。
Asked whether novel tobacco products could be a risk for young people who are not smokers to start using them, he replied,
私は少ないかなと思ってますね。ただ、やはり今までの紙タバコっていうのは、有害性というのはすごく指摘されていますから、初めてタバコを吸われる方で、紙タバコを選ぶ方っていうのはやっぱり少ないかなと思ってまして、そういう方はやっぱり新型のですね、カレンチタバコを選んでるんじゃないかと思います。ですね、これは、その立場によって違うと思います。タバコを吸わない人は、多分同じものだと思っています。タバコを吸う人は違いが分かっていると思います。そこがすごく立場によってかなり違うと思います。
When it comes to indoor places, Japan revised the health promotion law to further restrict indoor smoking venues. In most indoor places, generally smoking and the usage of novel tobacco products are not allowed unless there is a designated area clearly separated from the rest of the venue. However, heated tobacco products are treated separately from cigarettes under the revised law, with food and drink allowed to be served in heat-not-burn products usage areas. Heated tobacco users say they've decided to switch from cigarettes and therefore they don't want to be exposed to smoke.
Yeah, we are tourists here. We came here one day ago and we couldn't find anywhere to smoke. We asked 4 people and still couldn't find where to smoke. I only came here and it's only legal to smoke heated tobacco. If you want to smoke regular cigarettes, you'll be lost in Japan.
家族、あと私お店をやっていたんで、お客様が煙を嫌ったということがあります。
少しずつはまあ厳しくなってきてるとは思います。スモーカーにとっては。
それもやっぱりありますね。私の父が、昔からすごく愛煙家で紙のタバコをずっと吸っていて、私たち子供の時代から煙を、吸ってきた状態だったんですけども、最近やはり、ニュースだったりいろんな情報でその副流煙の被害とか健康被害について結構取り上げられるようになって、自分自身もですし、周りの人の健康被害とかっていうのもやっぱりあるなっていうのが感じてきたので、それも一つきっかけとしてあります。
紙は、今でも完全にやめてはいないんですけど、ただやっぱ副流煙とかそういうことを考えると周りの人にちょっと迷惑になっちゃうかなって自分から少しは変えようかなと思ったんで、それでアイコスに変えたっていう感じですね。特にその禁煙とかは特に考えてはなかった。
The EU has followed a different approach than Japan. Smoking bans in indoor places were prioritised, while smoking on the streets is still allowed. Something that looks weird for Dr. Sekin.
そうですか。そうですね。確かにこの EU とかですね、と日本ではですね、こう喫煙する状況ってのは違うと思うんですね。やっぱり日本はそういう意味では最初に申し上げましたけども、他の人に対して迷惑をかけないというですね、その意識がすごく強いんで、そういう意味ではパブリックスペース、そういったところでですね、喫煙ができないようにするというのが多分先に来たと思います。で、部屋の中っていうのはインドアというのは基本的にはやっぱプライベートな空間ですから、こういったところは多分そういった意味では後回しになったのかなという感じがしますね。そうですね。ですからもしですね、ですから去年ヨーロッパ行った時はですね、皆さんタバコ路上で吸ってましたんで、結構私はタバコ吸わないんで、時々この受動喫煙するんで、ちょっと嫌だなというですね、ちょっと思ったこともあったんですけども、そういった他人に対する配慮というですね、そういったところをですね、もう少し考慮されれば、路上での喫煙もある程度ですね、制限されてもいいのかなという。
Japan's smoking rate in 2019 was 16.7%, according to the Ministry of Health, Labour and Welfare's National Health and Nutrition Survey. In Japan, historically, cigarette consumption has been much higher than in other countries. In the period between 2011 and 2015, cigarette sales declined at an annual rate of 1.8%. Since 2016, smoking decline accelerated, which coincided with national expansion of heated tobacco products. Europe's smoking rates have also been declining, however at a slower pace than in Japan. In 2019, according to Eurostat, 18.4% of people aged 15 and over were daily smokers, but the figures vary significantly in the region, from 6.4% in Sweden, 9.9% in Finland, to 23.6% in Greece and 28.7% in Bulgaria. On a policy level, Europe remains extremely cautious towards novel tobacco products, saying they still cause harm to people's health despite being branded less harmful than cigarettes. Equally negative towards novel tobacco products is the World Health Organization, which calls on countries to treat them the same as smoking cigarettes. But some Japanese scientists have a different opinion.
いろんな有害成分によって発がん性のリスクで言えば約4倍吸わない人の4倍あるとかいろいろなことが言われておりますが、それらは全部燃焼式のタバコの排出する成分あるいは吸引する成分に基づくものであります。あとは心疾患であるとかそういったリスクもですね高まるということも言われておりますが、吸わない人に比べての比較レラティブリスクといいますかそういったものに、言われておりますが、呼吸器系はもとより循環系の心臓や脳血管疾患や、もろもろの要因がんとか、障害に、リスクがあるというふうには言われております。で加熱式のタバコについては従来のタバコが、排出したり我々が吸引する有害成分と言われているうちのニコチン以外のものっていうのは 我々は暴露されることはありませんので、ニコチンは体内からの排出も非常に早いものでもあり、有害性としては非常に低いというふうに、言われております。
The long-term effects of novel tobacco products remain unknown as they've been recently introduced into the market. And for Dr. Kumamaru, this makes some scientists skeptical.
This is a major reason why I'm struggling so hard to asking my colleagues, the physicians and government officers to make them believe in this, heated tobacco product better than cigarette smoking. And all they say is, where is the evidence of, showing that better than the cigarette smoking? And we do not have any long-term, clinical data. So that's what we will have to keep on observing for the future, maybe 5 to maybe 10 years. And that's what I'm suggesting to the medical societies, or even suggesting the tobacco companies to release the clinical trial or survey for the long-term one.
Almost 15 years ago, Dr. Kumararu launched a 3-month smoking cessation program using medicine to help people quit smoking. The results of the clinical trial went well, almost 60% higher than the national standard. But in 1 year it went down. Those who stopped smoking have been reduced in 1 year.
Then I was at the beginning a little bit suspicious about the meaning of the heated tobacco product, but as I knew that making smokers stop smoking is so difficult, so why not thinking about alternative for the heated tobacco product, those who cannot stop smoking. And I started out to think about it, and it's much better than nothing.